It was too bad the way it all ended, 7 straight losses, and what happened to Mark Mangino, who was very good to you. He brought you in. Do you talk to him? Do you have any communication with him now?
I haven't got a chance to speak to Coach recently, and I know he moved down to Florida and I'm not sure as to what he's doing. He did write an excerpt from the book, and which he spoke very kindly and highly of me, which was I appreciated very much, because he was my coach. He was the one guy kind of out there who gave me a chance. So always have a place for him when I think back about college football and my time at Kansas, because so much of that was him believing in me and giving me the chance.
Was it as bad as that we hear? I mean, this man was made out to be some type of an ogre, and I mean, really, and the way he abused. Did you have any dealings like that?
I never felt like I was ever verbally abused or attacked in any way, and it's a tough thing with all the allegations and people saying this and that, because sometimes it gets blown out of proportion, and sometimes it's taken out of context because people don't understand. When you're out there, you're playing college football, you sign a scholarship. You have to understand that this is your job. You're getting a free education to play football, and if you're not adhering to certain standards and guidelines, then it's their job to light a fire under you and get you going. So it's tough for me to really comment on that, because I didn't personally feel that was something that happened to me, and I know other guys.
Did you see it at the practice, though? Did you see him doing anything that was...
I never. I mean, the sayings, the things that people said that came out in the media, I was never there for any of those actual incidents. I had heard of them through hearsay, but all the times I was involved, I saw him, get in guys' face and yell and stuff. But so did every other coach, and that's just how sports is. That's how it's been for a long time, and nowadays I think people are getting soft, kind of, and you got to be the player's best friend and hold his hand. But it's a business, it's a sport. We're brought here to play football and given a chance for free education, and we need to live up to our agreement.
And you were kind of his golden ticket. I mean, you're the quarterback. You spent more time with him than anyone else, so you got close to him, right?
I did. I probably knew him, better on the team than anybody else. Along with Jake and Kerry and Stuckey and guys like that. But I think a lot of guys just never had that personal relationship with him and couldn't really relate to him off the field, because they just hadn't been around him and talked with him enough. And I knew him, the lighter side away from the field, when he would joke and ask about the family, and we would talk about everything but football. And I just think a lot of people never saw that, and I think that's just the way he is. It's the way he probably grew up. That's the way he probably grew up. Under coaches around him was. He went out there, he did the things he was supposed to, he instilled discipline, he was a coach, but wasn't necessarily, always, chatting with the guys as much as other people may have off the field.
All right, you got a new book out. It's called Rising to New Heights, Inside the Jayhawks Huddle. What are we going to find in there?
Well, it's, just kind of, it reads as though we're just sitting here and you say, hey, Todd, tell me about the Orange Bowl. What happened? Tell me something I don't know that happened before or after the game. And I just kind of go into detail about, the Orange Bowl, the Border War series, what it was like playing in 07, 08, 09, all the different seasons, a little bit about growing up and how I ended up at Kansas. So just kind of encompasses everything around my last 4 years at Kansas, which was an unbelievable period of time. It goes into thoughts of friends, families, former players, guys I played with, Kerry, Jake, Stuckey, and just kind of gives you a lot of information that maybe you wouldn't know about college football, about the last few years at Kansas. And it's a fun read. It's nothing too complicated. It's easy and fun, and I hope people enjoy it.
Thank you for 3 great years. I really enjoyed watching you, and you're a fighter, you're tough, and wish you nothing but the very best.
I appreciate it. Thanks for having me on.
All right, Todd Reesing. We'll be back with more on your Sunday Night Sports Report right after this.